Well, I'm with Avi Zimmerman. He is with the Ariel Foundation. And first of all, Avi, what exactly is the Ariel Foundation?
As with all areas, we'd like to make sure that the residents of Ariel have more opportunities than what government provides. And so it's a nonprofit organization that raises funds, promotes awareness, and generally makes sure that the citizens of Ariel and the region have additional services, whether it's the arts, education, seniors, university, et cetera, et cetera.
And very briefly, I know this is the 40th anniversary of Ariel. What makes Ariel special when it comes to Israel?
Ariel is the capital of the modern day capital of a region known as Samaria. Much of the world calls Judea Samaria the West Bank. It's a startup city. It's providing not only security, a wider waistline for the state of Israel, but it's providing opportunity, whether it's on an innovative and entrepreneurial level for the residents, or it's bigger industry and academia for the entire region.
And you have an accredited university here. You have an industrial park of over 100 firms operating. And yet, when you follow the mainstream media, you would think that we are in, I guess, what they would refer to as the disputed territories, the occupied lands. What is the difference, Avi, between the myth and the reality of Ariel?
Great question. There's much longer than the scope of this interview to go into that. But very basically, what you're referring to is how the world will talk about an area like this one as a settlement. Settlement sounds like something very transient, very, very kind of to here one day, gone tomorrow. And there are some people who would like to see that. But the reality is that Ariel is a consensus city in Israel. It's an area that Israel will not compromise, even if there's another Arab state created in this region. Israel will insist on keeping Ariel as part and parcel of Israel because it's so central, A, again, to Israel's security, and B, the critical mass that's been developed here is a contributor. It contributes not only to the residents of Ariel and the Israelis of the region, but to the Arab Palestinians as well.
And, do you think that, when you think of the BDS movement, which a lot of people, and I would subscribe to this, is really an anti-Semitic movement more than anything else. But if those people that subscribe to that believe the propaganda, if they were to come to Ariel and see what's being done here, and the fact that when we look over at the industrial park, so many of the employees are indeed Palestinian Arabs, that when you subscribe to something like BDS, you're really hurting ostensibly the people you're supposedly trying to help.
The only people that the boycott is harming are the Palestinian, employees of these factories. 70 to 80% of the employees in the factories and the industrial parks here are Palestinian Arabs. That means that they're not only production employees, but they're managers, they're engineers. They have opportunities to move up the corporate ladder within their given industries. They earn full Israeli grade salaries and social benefits, things that are unheard of in the Palestinian Authority controlled areas. And so the greatest quote-unquote success of a boycott is to force a factory to leave this area and to go to the other side of the Green Line. That means that all the Palestinians lose their jobs and Israelis get those jobs instead.
Interesting. And one last question, Avi. This community, Ariel, began in 1978. Just a handful of families coming over. It's your 40th anniversary now. What is the future of this so-called settlement? Of course, it's not a settlement. It's much more than that. But what is the future of Ariel?
Even within the confines of the city, there are plans to develop another 16,000 homes within the city. More homes means more public services that we plan to provide as well, and Ariel will continue to be a provider or a catalyst for positive developments for the residents of Ariel, the Israelis of the region, and the Palestinian Arabs as well.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, if you want to see more of our coverage from the Holy Land, please go to rebelisrael.com and don't forget to like and subscribe.